Hey guys, in this video we are going to learn the types of people. Let's start. First one is adolescent. Adolescent, which means a young person who is developing from a child into an adult. For example, you should be very careful in choosing friends in your adolescent age. Okay, next one is spinster. Spinster, which means an elderly unmarried woman. For example, she is a spinster. She is a spinster. Next one, bachelor. Bachelor, which means a man who is or has never been married before. For example, bachelor life is the bestest life. So be the best version of yourself. Okay? Next one is acquaintance. Acquaintance, which means a person that you have met but don't know well. For example, I often forget the names of all my acquaintances. Okay, got it? So let's see the next one. Here you have to be very careful, okay? Here the word is fiancee. Fiancee, which means a woman who is engaged to be married. For example, he introduced his fiancée to his family and friends. Okay? Pay attention to the next one. This is one also fiancée. Let's see its meaning. Fiancé means a man who is engaged to be married. There a woman, here a man. Okay, don't get confused. For example, she also introduced her fiancé to her family. Okay, that's why I put a arrow mark here and there. So next one is civilian. Civilian, which means a person who is not a member of armed forces or the police. Let's see an example. Many civilians had been injured during the war. Okay? Next one is predecessor. Predecessor, which means a person who had a job or a position before someone else. For example, the new CEO of the company has changed all the policies that were introduced by his predecessor. Okay, na? So let's see the next one. That is Tycoon. Tycoon, which means a person of a great wealth or influence or money, or else we can say magnate. Let's see an example. He is a real business tycoon. Okay, na? We'll move to the next one, that is orphan. Orphan, which means a child whose parents, both mother and father, were dead. Let's say an example. Don't torture the orphans, otherwise God will punish you severely. Okay? Next one is tenant. Tenant, which means a person who pays for the use of room or building to the person who owns it, or else to the landlord. Okay, let's see an example. He was so cruel to his tenants. Okay, next one is landlord. Landlord, which means a person who owns the property that you rent. For example, our landlord is such a humble and honest person. So, landlord is the owner of the house and tenant is the one who rents in his building. So, we'll move to the next one, that is rival. Rival, which means competitor. Competitor. For example, the teams have been a long-time rivals. Okay, rivals is nothing but a competitor, opposite person. So next one is a, which means a person who has the legal right to receive somebody's property or money when that person dies. For example, she is the sole heir to the family estate after a sudden passing of her grandparents. Okay? Got it? We'll move to the next one, that is arbitrator. Arbitrator, which means a person who is chosen to settle a disagreement between people or groups. For example, both sides agreed to accept a decision by an impartial arbitrator. Okay? So we'll move to the next one, that is Bigot. Bigot, which means a person who strongly dislikes other people's ideas or racial and religious groups. For example, he was labeled as bigot after making such offensive comments. Okay? So that person will be labeled as bigot. Next one is gossip. Gossip means a person who enjoys talking about other people's private lives. Okay? Let's see an example. Don't share your secrets. They will gossip behind your back. Okay? That's why we should not tell our secrets to anyone. Okay? So that's end. I hope guys you all understood this class well. If you like it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.